Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I just got out of seeing Kung Fu Panda 4 and I feel really sleep deprived actually after watching it. But yeah, it was not it. This movie is the definition of mid, and I'm gonna take this stupid hat off. But yeah, this movie just broke me. I honestly feel like I just went through a breakup. This movie hurt. It hurt. Like, I just didn't feel anything after watching it. It just washed over me. I don't know if that's the right term, but we're gonna use it. Anyways, the movie starts off with Poe kicking this manta ray's ass, and actually that part's really cool when he's just destroying it, doing some Dragon Warrior stuff. I like that bit. And then the movie starts to get rough when we get up to Poe talking to Shifu. Shifu's explaining that Poe's not going to be the Dragon Warrior anymore and he has to find a successor, even though Poe's like, what, 30 years old? I don't know why Shifu's saying this, but might be because Poe's a fat ass. I don't know. And Shifu's saying that Oogway always envisioned this, and I'm like, did the filmmakers not watch the third one? Because Oogway clearly states that Poe was the chosen one and that he was supposed to bring peace to the valley and that he's the Dragon Warrior, that literally the yin and the yang. That's the whole thing. I don't know. I don't know what Shifu's ass is on, but they should have killed him in the third one, but he's still here. Barely in this one. So Poe has to pick a new Dragon Warrior, and we kind of get like the thing from the first one with the Furious Five being chosen by Oogway, but we get a whole bunch of these bootleg ass people. Poe's like, let's see who's the Dragon Warrior, and then he flips his finger around at himself, and he's like, oh, it's me, I'm the Dragon Warrior. And then he goes up to a cherry blossom tree and just starts eating like pears or peaches or something, and he's like, why am I such a fat ass? But Shifu's like giving him a pep talk, and then he walks away, and then Poe looks at the Jade Palace and sees this crook breaking in, and Poe's like, well, time to kick their ass. So Poe gets in there, and yeah, he kicks their ass after like 5 minutes of just being an absolute idiot, as per usual. I never really understand that. Like, at the end of every Kung Fu Panda movie, Poe is genuinely a serious dude, especially at the end of the second one, and then like by the first 5 minutes of the first one, like he's shitting his pants. Like, I never understood why they did that, but here we are, and he's more goofier than ever. Everyone asked for that, right? Anyways, Poe locks up this fox thing, fox lady, whatever you want to call it. Forgot the name, don't care. The fox lady starts talking about this chameleon that can shapeshift into literally anything, and Poe's like, oh shit, maybe I should get some help, because the townspeople were talking about it, and Poe's like, damn, I gotta take care of business. So after breaking into the Jade Palace and trying to steal some random ass shit, Poe's like, yeah, let's team up with this fox lady because she seems to know what she's doing. And yeah, they go on this journey to this city, and the fox lady is actually wanted, like really wanted. There's like 100 posters just on one wall of her that says wanted, and Poe's like, wow, you're wanted? And she's like, yeah, you didn't think that? I was trying to break into the Jade Palace. He's like, oh yeah, right. Yeah. So they run into this batch of criminals, and the fox lady's like, yeah, these are basically my cousins. And then they try to kill them. And then for some reason they don't, because Poe's like, why don't you kill her tomorrow? And they're like, that's a good idea. Let's skedaddle. And then they do. And then they don't come back till later in the movie. So Poe and the fox lady try to break into the chameleon's hut. But there's a huge twist. Spoilers, didn't see this coming. But the fox lady is actually working with the chameleon. Whoa, what? They throw Poe off the wall, and it's like this far-ass fall, and then the fox lady is like, wait, what? Maybe we're the bad guys. And then the chameleon's like, yeah, no shit. So the fox lady's like, oh crap, what did I do? We just killed Poe. And then she runs down to the dog. She's like, oh wait, Poe, you're alive? And then Poe's like pissed, so they have this fight, and she actually rivals Poe really well, surprisingly enough, even though he's the Dragon Warrior. Didn't really make much sense. But yet again, Poe is a fat ass idiot, so I'm not surprised. And then Poe keeps on walking. He's like, this is none of your business. I'm gonna take down the chameleon, get my stick back. And the fox lady's like, oh, what should we do? So after Poe's two dads go searching for him, we kind of get like these funny-ish scenes of Poe's two dads trying to find him because they're really worried. There are some funny moments with them, but overall they're just kind of there, and they're just going on this mission of try find him. And they end up in the same spot, so the fox lady teams up with them to try help Poe out. And then the criminals come back and try to help Poe out as well. But it's kind of like the third movie with the pandas, except there's really no connection. They're just kind of thrown into the movies just for the sake of being there. So I didn't really like it. Didn't really make much sense, and it didn't work as well as the pandas because there's like no connection whatsoever with Poe. Like no training scene or anything. They were just there. And then yeah, you get Poe and the fox lady. They make amends and team up, and they fight the chameleon in a really cool action sequence, actually. I thought it was really well done. But yeah, Poe gets locked up in a cage, and Poe's like, I can't get out. So he gives the fox lady the stick, and after like her third try of doing it, she knocks the chameleon down. And it didn't really make much sense because Poe had the stick the entire time, and it's like, well, couldn't Poe have just done that? But whatever. And then, yeah, Poe just breaks out of the cage instantly. And then the fox lady's like, wait, what? You could break out of the cage? He's like, yeah, but I just wanted you to show your true potential. And it's like, oh, brother. And then, yeah, Poe sends all the villains on his way. And happy ending, right? Yeah. I don't know. I honestly don't know why they brought any of the villains back. They didn't get the voice actors back for J.K. Simmons as Kai or Gary Oldman as Shen, so I'm like, why bring them back? They got Ian McShane, which was kind of cool. He had like 6 lines in the entire movie, which sucked. Don't know why he was on the poster, but yeah, I really think it's disrespectful that they brought back the villains because it's like, why? Clearly the villains were put into the movie so that people like me would come see it, but you made the movie so much more childish, so it's like, why? I don't want to watch the movie ever again. And I know for a fact that the kids only went to see the movie because mom and dad didn't know what to do for Friday night dinner. So, yeah, I don't know. I felt a lot of disrespect just watching it because like, why would you bring the villains back besides making a huge cash grab for people like me? And yeah, it worked, but it's just like, I'm not gonna ever think about this movie again. It was so mid. It's so forgettable. Like I didn't like anything about it besides a few of the action scenes and like a few funny moments with Mr. Ping and Poe's dad. It's just, I don't know. I just wanted this movie to mature and be a little bit more serious. For example, the Harry Potter movies, they allowed the movies to grow with the audience. Like in the first one, it had this childlike innocence, and by the last one, it was more serious and mature and growed with the audience. I respect the Harry Potter movies. I'm not a big fan of them, but I respect that because people like them, and that's awesome. The filmmakers knew what the audience wanted, and it gave them to them. In this, the filmmakers, I don't know if they knew who they wanted to give this to. It was just a huge mess. And like the first Kung Fu Panda movie and the second are actually quite serious. They have a lot of dark themes to them, especially the second movie. I mean, I tear up every time I watch it. And even the third movie had a lot of good emotional scenes to it. And yeah, all 3 Kung Fu Panda movies are really solid and easily one of my favorite trilogies. Like the first and the second one, so good. And the third one's great as well. Like, they're all great. I love them. But this movie is just, it honestly doesn't feel like a Kung Fu Panda movie. Hashtag not my Kung Fu Panda. It just felt like character assassination. It didn't work for me whatsoever. Anyways, guys, I have a huge headache right now. So all I'm going to say is, don't waste your time going to see this movie. Go see Dune 2 or Hundreds of Beavers. I don't care. Just go see a better movie than this. Maybe not Madam Web. But yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.